want to talk about a true path to change. I'm going to give you some steps. We're going to walk through this, and it's a way for you to kind of assess whether you're on the path to change or not. And it also helps you assess if he is on any path of change. Okay, and I understand we've called this tape, He Needs to Change, Dr. Weiss. Well, let's see what the path is, but also as we're talking, keep yourself in mind. You know, sometimes we avoid our own life by being so focused on another person's life. And I hope that's not you. But if it is, you want to evaluate that because you have a path of change. Because even if he decides to be Mr. Recovery and rock star, that's going to change a lot of systems in your relationship. And if you don't have an adaptive way or path for change, you're going to have some struggles. So keep your mind open here. A path of change, be it personal, interpersonal, or systemic, has a very known cure. Number one, identify what needs to be changed. Now let me pause here. When you're in a situation with an addict, especially if you're very early in recovery, there is so much to change. You know, sometimes I have ladies, they come in on Monday with their intensive, Dr. Weiss, and they got this list. You know, it's 30 things he's got to change. I go, wait a minute. Our goal is first to get him sober, see if he can emotionally attach to you, see if he matures over the next 60, 90 days, and then we'll attack the other 27 on your list. Okay, because he has to mature for a lot of the change that you're wanting to have happen. All right. So number two, you create a goal to change. You know, I need to change X, you know, manage money, manage time, manage the kids, manage myself, lose weight, you know, grow spiritually, grow emotionally, grow sexually, whatever it is. Okay. Number three, be accountable to that goal to someone of the same gender. In our office, we have several kind of sayings in our office, and one of them is men make men. There's a whole video on that, but men make men, okay? So you can tell your husband 100 times, 1,000 times, 10,000 times something, and he can come to my office, I can tell him one time, and he would hear me. And women are astounded by that. And I think it's like Dr. Weiss, it's not. It's that I'm a man. And when a man calls a man out and up, he hears it, okay? Might not like it, but he hears it. So the same with ladies, okay? Ladies need women calling them up and calling them out and saying that is not appropriate for you to be yelling and screaming and hitting. It's been a year, okay? You need to stop, okay? You obsessing 2 years later, it needs to stop. A woman can say it to another woman and they don't get offended. Now, sometimes I have to say that to a woman and they don't like me. Like, Dr. Weiss, that's harsh. I know. But no one's telling you that you're out of control. Okay, and if your husband tells you, you just get more out of control. Okay, so having someone of the same gender who can speak into your heart and life and encourage you along the way of your goals, very, very important. Number four, have consequences or rewards for completing your change. So example, I need to change, I want to lose weight. My goal is going to be a treadmill for 30 minutes at 6 a.m. and no food after 6 p.m. Pretty simple plan. I'm going to be accountable to Sally, my friend. My consequence, if I don't do the treadmill, I don't get to use my phone the next day, or I don't put makeup on the next day. If I complete it in 60 days, I get a day at the spa. That might be a reward way. But you set it up either way for yourself to make yourself successful. And if he is doing recovery, he has goals, he has accountability, he has a male accountability person, okay? And there can be rewards or consequences should be attached to relapses. But if he gets a certain level in recovery, it's fine to have a reward. Now, if this person follows through, they will have change every time, all the time. This is an example of how someone who wants change almost intuitively sets this up. You know, here's the change, here's the goal, here's who's going to be my team, and here's what I'm going to do if I make it or if I don't make it, okay? Now, if someone wishes to change, they're going to have that. Now, suppose someone wishes to change, but they don't want to change. Okay, they wish for it. They're in the pre-contemplative place, like, I wish this would just happen in my life. Okay, so let's go to I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. There's no goal. There's no accountability. I don't talk to anybody about it. There's no consequences no matter how late I eat, what I do, if I exercise, what I don't exercise. This person wishes to change, but they're willing to work for change. Now, change does not happen without work. Okay, the addict, anorexic, or spouse who doesn't have the goals, accountability, consequences, or reward is not a person who wants to change. Regardless of the emotional statements, be it personal, be it interpersonal, or systemic changes, no matter how passionately they can convince you that they want this with all their heart, if you don't see goals and accountability and consequences, you're not going to see change. Now, here's the good news. For over 30 plus years, I have seen change every week in my office. I see the most disastrous relationships. Men who've had sex with over 100 people, had sex with their sisters, had their other sisters, the sister-in-law. Crazy stuff. Guys getting secretaries pregnant and the wife watching the baby. I've seen all kinds of crazy stuff. And people actually healed out of those situations. I've seen some benign situations on the scale of what we work with, and neither person chose to heal.